as the manager, stating that it is her. She speaks that it is herself. She says who she is during the conversations she participates in. They refer to her as that manager at McDonald's. It's the manager at McDonald's, and there is frequently the discussion when she appears in cameo appearances that she is connected with Leitra Shepherd, who, in same conspiracy decades ago, during 1996 and 1997, when she was a waitress at a place that I worked at, Bob Evans restaurant, she was a waitress, was extremely hostile, in a conspiracy connected with Brian Warner, who has the stage name pseudonym Marilyn Manson, and by favors of others in her connectivities with others in the occultic network, and that is the Loop Tank Insurrection. Such as the rest of my family that, of course, were keeping this secret from me since it was a conspiratorial plot on myself, and was connected with other Avon Lakers such as Jeffrey Wall and Fritz Beinhoff and Princess Watson, etc., and so on, and Mark Perney. These Avon Lakers and others received a non-credentialed position as a dispatcher at a police department in North Ridgeville, Ohio. And that this, as their discussion frequently when she appears as cameo appearances goes, they discuss that she is directly connected in contact with Leitra Shepherd, who has been working for that police department in North Ridgeville, Ohio, in conspiracy with organized crime, occultic criminals of the same conspiracy from Ohio, and that she is also her doppelganger, and by occultic means, when she is a practitioner of voodoo in her gang cult, and as a gang, then it is a cult group, because gangs are in the whole network of the occult network. She is an African American doppelganger of Leitra Shepherd, and they cooperate by this means and also in direct contact. She is one of the African American doppelgangers of Leitra Shepherd, and there is also discussion of connectivity when Leitra Shepherd also had occultic connectivity by this occultic phenomena with my mother, in connection by doppelganger phenomena with my biological mother, disowned mother, Patricia Horton. They were conspiring together on me while I was working at Bob Evans, when they were also connected with Brian Warner, whose stage name is Marilyn Manson, and with other Avon Lakers. He is involved with that Wiccan cult in Avon Lake, with a multitude of other Loop Tank insurrectionists that include everybody in the entertainment industry and so forth. Really, actually, she does resemble her and acts like my mother in certain ways in her malice and against me on the issue and basis of being hostily prejudicial to my true faith and doing any activities of it as a witch. All these were in collusion together on this date of this frivolous illegal stop. There has also been parallel testimony of the Loop Tank insurrection heard from the Loop Tank Manifest phenomena that Leitra Shepherd, now Leitra Holt, is doppelganger of Peter Gabriel's biological mother, who is a claustrophobic gothic vampire in secret, privately. And that Peter Gabriel is a major origin of a gothic movement of vampires with an agenda to make the secret life of these gothic vampires that are servants of the devil socially acceptable, and as subversion be open with the lifestyle and standard of appearance as a public demonstration rebelling for it. This gothic cult of Cleveland, Trent Reznor and Brian Warner were parties of, with other people that I had been lightly acquainted with, not as company I kept, are a part of. Furthermore, members of the same Southern Baptist regional affiliation of Leitra Shepherds plotted to enter basic training at the same time that I did in 2005 within the U.S. Air Force Reserves, and with similar MOSs they were enlisted with, to be ordered to Shepherd Air Force Base for tech school at the same time as me. There at tech school, the members of this regional Southern Baptist affiliation of Leitra Shepherds and Lisa Holtz, as crypto-Satanists, that Southern Baptists of the Southern Baptist Convention, I have found out by experience in my life, actually are. I had always had sincere intents of Jesus Christ, in Jesus Christ, back in the years when, being non-Catholic, during the course of my life maturing, around 1989, I did attend a Southern Baptist church because it was a local Bible-based Christian church, outwardly stated, as it represents to the public. During my time in tech school, these members of the regional Southern Baptist affiliation formed a conspiratorial UCMJ infracting group of saboteurs in a plot on myself, with the criminal intent to fabricate an affiliation of mine, perception of, by the superficiality that they were from the same region I was from, and with false intelligence that we were of the same association. Since I had, for short times, attended Southern Baptist churches in the area, and therefore was able to recognize them. I wasn't even really acquainted with them. They were recognizable to me. I had seen them before, never kept company with them or really acquainted with them because they were much younger. When I was 35 in 2005, going into basic training, and most people beginning basic training are 18. This group of saboteurs, they named themselves Dirtbag Airmen, who I never associated with during basic training Vortex school. Some of them were in my same squadron. This plot was also involving parties with the conspiratorial intent, such as family members, the Bushes, who are related to Horton family members and Horton relatives that are within the Air Force in Texas, and related to Horton oil tycoons that are associated with the companies of George Bush and British Petroleum Oil, when the former CEO of British Petroleum Oil was Robert Horton, a semi-distant relative in Great Britain that they are in connectivity with in a world conspiracy with motives of satanic ritualism involving firstborn sons that I have referred to before in documents. This group of saboteurs in conspiracy called Dirtbag Airmen were what has been termed a sabotage stereotype profile, according to the Loot Tank Insurrection Intelligence Analysis, which, as you are aware of, has been recognized to be, and years ago, approximately 6 years ago, to be the official intelligence on this grandiose matter of biblical proportions, actually, as you are aware, and I know you are, certainly. Recognized to be the only attempt at an intelligence analysis to be sound, and can only be considered so, with my sincerity as an innocent expert witness, capital W witness, centrally targeted by and therefore with a lifetime of experience being the centrally targeted figure, with all of that innocent observational and experiential witness information. Don't contact me. Because this has been known and recognized by all federal agencies and all police agencies, as you are aware, because of their receival of it by the accumulative, constant, obsessive theft that is illegal of my personal papers